All right, we got day three of our reasoning gate stream. You know what's funny? I don't know why my web browser like added these white borders. I don't know where that came from. I know that's like kind of random. But, like where did these white borders? I don't know. There's probably some setting in my web browser there to get rid of them. But I find it a little annoying. Anyway, we're gonna get started. I don't think I'm really gonna change the list. Not the main deck. Yesterday, like I tested Blowback over Fusler. Blowback was definitely better. I mean, yesterday we also lost more, so it's easy to say, oh, if you lost more with Blowback, that means like Fusler's better. But my losses had nothing to do with Blowback, right? I mean, if anything, I probably would have lost even more if I didn't have that Blowback. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Yesterday was like some really, really negative variance. I mean, matchups are part of it. Like I kept running into mirrors that just had stuff for the mirror, which is I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. But yeah, we'll just hope that this day is gonna be better, right? I mean, we're gonna be doing this for I don't know, 20 days or something. And we're gonna have some good days and some bad days. We're probably gonna have some days where we like win every match. We might have a day where we lose every match. Who knows really? Don't think I'm familiar with this player. Uh, all right, so we're going second. No big deal. One of the nice things about Reasoning Gate, in my opinion, I mean, you can kind of debate this, but I think it's probably like one of the few decks that doesn't really mind going second that much. Like the other one I would say is Warriors, right? Like Warriors doesn't really mind going second either. But Reasoning Gate is another deck where you're just like, eh. Especially since my opponent's turn one was only Sangan, like that's not really the end of the world, right? Like we could take a few hits of 1,000. Like someone was telling me, I don't know, I forget who it was. They're like, oh, you need to play Stein. And I'm like, no, I don't want to play Stein in this deck. I want to just be able to take 3 hits from a Sangan and not hate myself for it. I'll, sure, I'll take another Sangan hit. Well, we have a lot of options now. I have 7 cards in hand, because I know you guys can't see. But we got 7 cards in hand. I think I'm just gonna Reasoning. Oh, he called 6, which is really unfortunate. Okay, we got Air Knight. I think I'll just attack and force something out. Yeah, okay, he's gonna ring me. Whoops, almost subtracted the wrong life points. So hopefully we don't have any mouse problems today. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Down to 6. Oh yeah, this is what I was worried about, because now I can't chain goats. And now he could just kill me. I mean, he doesn't have anything in his grave, so it does seem pretty hard for him to just straight up kill me. But it's definitely not out of the question. I've been holding this graceful since turn 1, by the way. Which you kind of just do sometimes with this type of deck. Man, the cards I drew are pretty ass, though, I'm not gonna lie. Uh... Yeah, let's see how this goes. I hope I just don't mill my entire deck again. I have 2 gate targets in my deck out of like 22 cards. Like, statistically speaking, we're not supposed to just mill our entire deck here, but it seems like it just always happens. I was really hoping to get the DMOC. Now it's kind of a question of, like, how much damage do we want to go for? Opponent's at 61. He's going to take 9, go to 52. Yeah, I don't really have any way to put him out of Dimension Fusion range. What I can do, though, is do this. Because he's playing, like, if he's playing Sengen and Bazoo, I kind of assume he's on, like, some sort of Dimension Fusion deck. And banishing my own stuff is kind of good for that, you know? We're at 15. I don't know. I feel like I'm just gonna end up losing somehow. Let's see, we can go 24, 22. You know what? I think I am just gonna put him out of defusion range. Because I'm a goddamn lunatic. I mean, I don't need this Dimension Fusion in my hand anyway. So we banish this. It stops pre and call from bringing that back. He can't use Dimension Fusion because he doesn't have enough life. He can't use Return because we have a Jinzo in play. So yeah, I'm just gonna hope this is good enough. Like, we're probably gonna get screwed by Snatch. And, like, that's about it, really. Yeah, the Tiger Stun deck was pretty cool. Sorry, I wasn't really paying attention to the chat because I was, like, really scared I was gonna lose that game. Yeah, I'll just be totally honest. I think we want, like, some number of Threatening Roars, but I don't know if we want both. I mean, we don't necessarily know what deck he's playing, right? Like, we saw Bazoo and Sangat as his only monsters. Like, it could just be, like, something silly, like a goat control deck that just has one Bazoo in it for some reason. Like, that's theoretically possible. Um, but yeah, I feel like maybe we want to bring in like one threatening or just to kind of be safe, you know. Maybe something like this. I don't know. He also called 6 though on the reasoning. Maybe I should side out one of my level 6s. We'll see what he does in game 2. If we lose game 2, we can always change our minds. And as far as like why the Tiger Stun deck fell off, it didn't really have so much to do with the meta. It's just people figured out like better builds with the Warrior package, right? Like people just figured out that like, yeah, King Tiger's a great card, but like Blade Knight and Mystic Swordsman level 2 are even better. All right, well now things get interesting. Now things get really interesting. This is just positive variance for me. I just kind of opened like just the absolute stone cold nuts, and there's not a lot he can do about it. It's like, you know, I'm sorry, but there's just not a lot he can do about it. Okay, he's got MST, and what's crazy is like, yeah, that hurts, but like it's just not even gonna matter. My hand is just that good that even with him having MST, I'm just still gonna shit on this guy. I mean, you could argue this is one of those spots where like brain control would be better than Snatch. I mean, it's definitely a cool deck. Like the Tiger Stun. Like if you like the deck, like I'd say like maybe try to like kind of make a modern build of it and give it a shot, right? Like. Jesus Christ, he has MST for the Snatch and Ring for the Thousand Eyes. That's so gross. And then he's just gonna call 6 again, I'm guessing. Oh, he called 8. He called 8 while I have Dark Magician of Chaos in my grave. This guy is... This guy is, I would say he is not the best GOAT format player. I would say he is probably at least the second best for having called level 8 here. Alright, well, we flipped all tails. Now let me think. I've got 3 darks, 1 light in my grave. I'm at 8,000, he's at 8,000. I don't know. This is kind of a weird play, but it is what it is. And here, like, I'm actually just going to... I'm just gonna drop a Chaos Sorcerer just before he can play another Kaiku, right? Like, I just want to banish some stuff before he plays a Kaiku. Now, what would really screw me here, though, is Jowgen. If he just summons Jowgen and blows up my board, I do not think there's any way I can beat him, realistically. Because I just played the Crane in my hand that could have run over a hypothetical Jowgen. Oh, I guess his deck is like some sort of Earth thing. I would have snatched Blowback instead of Sork here if I were him. Yeah, this guy's going to be very disappointed with this Spell Canceller. He's going to be very disappointed with the Spell Canceller, and I'll show you why. So you see that last turn I put the other light in my grave specifically so I could do something like this. And like, even if he had a Solemn for the BLS, I would just still have a call to out his Spell Canceller. I'm just that good, guys. I think I'll just get back like Pot of Greed, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna get back Pot of Greed. Just to like have more gas, right? And the cool thing is, we're gonna like go blowback target the back row here, and if it's something like Bookamoon or Goats, he can't chain it. Yeah, and then we'll just go, Sork, get rid of this. I mean, I guess if I had just gotten back meta here, he would be dead. But I didn't know that the blowback hit was gonna go through. Yeah, Jowgen's definitely a good card. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, even here we still lose to Jowgen. I mean, we don't like lose because like he would just have 0 cards left. But we would not be having a good time if he played Jowgen. Yeah, we were supposed to lose game 2 here. We were definitely supposed to lose game 2. Because, like, if our opponent just didn't call level 8 with that reasoning, then, I mean, the correct call... Like the statistical correct call was level 6, and we did get a level 6. So if he just called 6, we would have not gotten this blowback, and then I'm pretty sure we would have lost. Anyways, that's our first match for the day. And the idea, because someone was asking in chat about, like, oh, you're playing the Chaos builds, whatever. Yeah, I am playing the Chaos builds. The idea here is, like, I might change the deck a couple of cards. Like, there are definitely some individual choices that you could argue are suboptimal, but I don't want to change, like, the entire deck. The idea is to just keep playing the same deck. So yeah, so we're 10-5 now overall. My expectation was I'd win about 75% of the matches. Yesterday we just kind of had a bad day, only won like half. Oh, give me a sec here. I did some of the creator once, but it was like a spot. It was like a spot where I don't know, like it was a spot where I could have just summoned literally anything and it would have been fine, right? It wasn't like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like the creator specifically was what I needed. Um, but yeah, I mean, jury's still kind of out on the side. Like, I want to get the chance to try these smashing grounds for like warrior decks. But we stopped playing warrior decks after I put this in my side. I think I played like one warrior deck so far. Yeah, I think I played one so far and I lost. I don't even know what my opponent's deck was in the last match. Like, we saw Kaiku, Spell Canceller, Bazoo, and Enraged Battle Ox. Like, I don't know what that was supposed to be. Yeah, and it still triggers me that this white border here is around my web browser. I don't know where the hell that came from. I'm gonna ask AI how to get rid of this white border. Because like I swear, it started like yesterday, and I don't know why. Like I didn't do anything. I don't know. I feel like with all the technical difficulties I've had, um, I don't know. It says it's some sort of like it says it's some sort of operating system setting, and I don't know why. Oh my god, this is giving me way too many steps. I don't know. It says it's under personalized. Yeah, DD Survivor wasn't really good until we got like Dimensional Fisher. I mean, you will occasionally see it in some Go format deck lists. Like it's a very niche card. Like you can't banish it with like your opponent can't banish it with their Chaos Sorcerer. I mean they can, but it just comes back. So it's a very, very niche card. I don't know. It says it's under here. I don't know. I'm gonna have to figure it out later because I don't understand why the web browser's doing this. And it does upset me. I don't know if you guys can see it on stream or not. Yeah, I think you can. Anyways. Let's get back to what we're all here for. I think we're rated what? Like, we're rated something around like 400 now. Yeah, Banisher of Light, Banisher of Radiance, Dimensional Fissure, and Macrocosmos all came out in the same set. We did have Banisher of Light, and people, like, occasionally say, like, oh, the card is underrated or something. I don't think Banisher of Light is very good. And the reason why is because it only has 100 attack. And, like, 100 attack is really bad. Like, if it had 1,000 attack or something, I might be tempted to, like, try to find some way to get value out of it. Right? But the fact that it has 100 attack, I'm pretty sure it's 100 attack. It's something like that. And it just makes me go, like, Jesus, couldn't you have made this card a little better? Like, if it had, I don't know, even if it had, like, 1,900 defense, but had 1,000 attack, it's like, well, at least we can attack with this sometimes. But obviously attacking for 100 doesn't do anything. Even Sinister's hitting for more damage than Banisher of Light. Yeah, I think I'll end phase goats here. I don't really care what level he calls. He called 8, which probably correct. Probably the best level for him to call, if I'm being totally honest. People, I think, even though last match our opponent was awful at calling reasoning, I'd say, like, the player pool as a whole has gotten better at calling reasoning levels. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion, man. And I'm just gonna get rid of this monster. I mean, this monster, it could be bait. You know, it could be, like, Sinister Sanguine, but it's probably not. It's Pyramid Turtle. Okay, that was not the monster I was expecting. Air Knight, you could argue, not the best card against Pyramid Turtle. But I have some options for this Thousand Eyes. I can tribute it for a Jinzo, or I can tribute it for Monster Gate. And I think I would rather tribute it for Monster Gate. Blowback was the one card I did not want to hit. I was hoping to hit anything other than Blowback. Can Blowback target my own card? No, Blowback... Ironically enough, I wish Blowback could target my own card just so I could clear one of these goats and, like, continue to combo here. But Blowback cannot target your own card. So yeah, I mean, in terms of card advantage, we're not doing so great, but, like, our opponent's under a lot of pressure here. I mean, he can go Book of Life, I guess. So he's already normaled. And he's playing Shining Angel? I don't know. I mean, yeah, he can go Book of Life here. That would definitely. Yeah, he's like acting like, yes, I know what tribe infecting virus does. He just. He's like acting like he just has priority to blow up my whole board, and like that's not what tribe does. And yeah, he could have Turtle crash into the Air Knight, but if he does, I just get to draw another card, which is pretty dope. And he's gonna take another 7. Oh, okay, he's just gonna not attack the Air Knight. I thought he was gonna go like, Turtle Ram, Ryukoki, kill the Air Knight. Hmm. Do I have Trunade in the grave? That would be cool. Oh, I do have Trunade. Yeah, Vampire Lord's not that great. He keeps like I don't does my opponent just not know what Giant Trunade does? I mean apparently the answer is yes. Is Psalm good versus Reason Gate? Yeah, it definitely is. I mean you have to like play it at the right time, but yes, it's definitely good. Oh, you're right. I don't think my opponent's stream sniping, but you never know. I like turned them off for one turn and then forgot to turn them back on. Um, this might be like a matchup where we want Smashing Ground, right? Like just to go like smash kill a Pyramid Turtle, and then he might side in something like Kaiku or King Tiger. I mean, also Mirror Force maybe. Let's see. We activated Reasoning once, and he called 8. I don't like card destruction too much in this matchup. I don't know. I'm just gonna try this. I don't think it has anything to do with whether you're going first or second, but I mean, it is a little better going second. Of course he could just do that, right? Because, like, Reasonigate doesn't play Crossout, so he has no incentive to really put his monster in attack mode turn 1. Monster 3 back rows. Is this ever a morphing jar? Could this ever be a morphing jar? I don't know. I think we just have to hope it's not a morphing jar. It is what it is. If I get jarred, I get jarred. I mean, I'm not gonna die here unless he's playing, like, the build with Cyberstein or something, so this is fine. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna draw go for a while. Because, like, it's Sangan. I only need 2,000 to win, and sometimes I don't even need that. So, yeah, go ahead. Attack me for 1,000. Yeah, I mean, he can't legally activate Book of Life. I don't know, I'm just gonna say go again. You know, he could summon a Pyramid Turtle. He could put me at, like, 38. He could summon a Regenerating Mummy, put me at 32. Uh... I'll just say go again. I think I can take one more hit. I mean, I don't really play their formats much. I do play Edison on stream sometime. It's always funny. Like, anytime... Like, sometimes I'll play, like, 10 GOAT format matches in a row, and then I'll go, oh, I'll play Edison to mix it up. And then there's always someone in chat who's like, oh, why are you playing Edison? Do you hate GOAT format? And I'm just like, motherfucker, I just played 10 matches of GOAT format. Right? Like, you play 10 matches of GOAT format, and, like, people start complaining after you play one match of Edison. I think the only other format I'd consider playing is, like, the Tengu plant format, because I hear that people like it. I do hear that people like the Tengu plant format. And I also played it at the time. Like, GOAT, I was not good at Yu-Gi-Oh! At all when GOAT format was actually a thing in 2005. I was awful then. So I didn't really get to experience... Like, I was there, but I didn't really get to truly experience the format. Like, you know, not firsthand. And DuelingBook just kicked me out. Let me make sure this is not a me issue. No, I've got internet. This is a DuelingBook issue. I mean, OBS didn't get disconnected. He keeps, like... I swear. People who, like, activate their card and then on every card have to say, like, oh, activate effect. It's like, no, I know what Lightning Vortex does. You don't have to sit there and spam, like, no, I'm using the effect. Like, yes, I know what Lightning Vortex does. It's like one of my pet peeves. It's like one of my only pet peeves. This is one of the spots where I kind of wish the MST was a true nade, but it is what it is. I mean, we got goats, so I'm not complaining. It's weird that he plays goats in a zombie deck, but you know, it is what it is. I don't really call too much what level he calls on reasoning. He called 6. 6, I mean, it's okay. He's basically saying my set is a very important trap. That's what he's saying when he calls 6 there. Yeah, and who knows? Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Um... I think we target the monster. That's a little disappointing. I was kind of hoping to get that coin toss right. Sometimes I don't really care if I get it right, but this was kind of one of the spots where I actually did want to get it right. Alright, we'll just go meta. Oh, I lost connection again. And we definitely want to get Ryu Senshi. No question there. Oh, he salmed my BLS. Okay. Well, now he's probably just gonna lose. I've got another chance to call the coin toss right. If I call the coin toss right, he's dead. Oh, there's one heads. There's 2 heads. Yeah, the RADU format is an awful format. Like, that's basically the format that made me quit Yu-Gi-Oh! So, you know, little biased, I guess. And that's the thing, like, it's not even, like, literally, there's only 2 good decks in the format. Okay, 3 good decks in the format. Windups, Agents, and Gishki FTK. Why would anyone want to play a format where those are the only 3 good decks? People have asked me that on stream before. Like, do I think it's more interesting? It's more dynamic. I mean, my actual opinion, because again, people ask me this every day. I think the machine version is better in a meta that's like all chaos, whereas I think you know, I think the chaos version is better in like a more diverse meta. Dark World is not very good in. I mean, Dark World's definitely not bad, but it's definitely not tier 1. Dino Rabbit is not a real deck. Like, obviously you remember the times where the person went like Rabbit Tour Guide and beat you, but like most games they won't go Rabbit Tour Guide beat you. I mean, hat format is really Infernity format. It's basically a tier 0 format where Infernity beats every single other deck. And yes, I know people like don't want to like say that just the same way that everyone wants to pretend that like Edison has 10 top tier decks. But Hat format is a tier 0 format for Infernity. Maybe not tier 0, but like it would get to the point where every deck is just either Infernity or 1,000 tech cards for Infernity, right? That's like how the meta would be if people were playing optimally. Like Hat is a tier 2 deck in Hat format. Just like kind of the same way that arguably Goat Control is like a tier 2 deck in Goat format. I mean, again, that's kind of an opinion. I would say Goat is like kind of a step down. Yeah, Geargia like is gonna lose 90% of the time to an Infernity player who knows how to play the deck. Like I'm sorry, and it's the same thing with like a Hat deck. Either you play 1,000 tech cards for Infernity, or you lose to it. And I mean, I've said this on stream before, but like most past formats, when we go back and play them, we just realize that, oh, there's some combo deck that like everyone missed that is actually extremely unfair. A lot of them. I mean, there's some exceptions. Even like the Tengu plant format, in the Tengu plant format, there's not really like a combo deck that beats everything. But like the standard build of Tengu plants, we have found kind of versions of that have like a higher ceiling. I mean, I haven't played that format a lot, but based on like the deck list that I've seen, I'm like, oh, these were like some pretty good updates to kind of the old list. So yeah, I mean, I think like the Tengu plant format is good. That would probably be like my third choice for a format to play after Goat and Edison. But like most of the other past formats are just not very good if people care about winning. The problem is like with a lot of these past formats, you only have like 20 people who play them, and people don't care about optimizing the format. So it's like, oh, one person plays this tier 3 deck, another person plays another tier 3 deck, and then they go, look how diverse the format is. It's like, well, yeah, the format's only diverse because none of you guys like care about finding the best decks. Right? It's like it's kind of the same thing with Edison. Like if you get a bunch of casuals together to play Edison, it looks like the most diverse format ever. But then if you get a bunch of tryhards to play Edison, you're like, oh, the entire meta is just like frogs and blackwings. And like a couple other decks thrown in there like Glad Beasts. I don't know what domain is. I've literally never heard of domain format. Genesis format, I think, is... I mean, you can go watch my video on Genesis format. Genesis format might be good now. I don't know, because I haven't really played it. But Genesis format is not going to be a good format in the long run. Because the problem is, I get so many people who commented on my video, like, didn't understand what my points were about Genesis format. They, like, took everything I said, and then, like... I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people's, like, sort of reading comprehension or... whatever you call it, is not very good. Because I said Link monsters aren't the problem with modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Now, that doesn't mean that Link monsters aren't overpowered. Link monsters are a symptom of a problem. They are not the problem. Like, if you could, say hypothetically, right? You could go back in time and assassinate the person who came up with Link monsters, so that Link monsters are never added to the game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Would still be a grossly overpowered game. Because, like, the philosophy of, hey, we're just going to print broken cards followed by more broken cards, that philosophy was present in Yu-Gi-Oh! Long before Link monsters were created. United We Stand and Megamorph are not very good. I mean, I guess United We Stand, there might be some situations where it's good. Like, obviously it's good in the situation specifically where you have, like, Scapegoat plus, you know, another monster, but Megamorph is definitely not good. Links and Pendulums, again, they are not the worst thing to happen to the game. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was broken long before we got Links and Pendulums. I mean, Pendulums were like a really stupid mechanic, but here's the thing. Links could have very easily been a balanced mechanic if they just only printed the balanced Link monsters. Same thing with like Exceed, right? XYZ or whatever. There are plenty of Exceed monsters that are totally fair and balanced. And the mechanic, I think, is actually like a pretty fine mechanic. Like, hey, you take two monsters of the same level, you make another one. But then they printed stuff like Wind Up Zen Mighty, and then people go, the mechanic is broken. No, the mechanic isn't broken. The thing that's broken is the actual cards they're printing. Like, imagine if hypothetically, Konami, for whatever reason, just decided, hey, we like dragon monsters, so we're going to make every dragon monster have 10,000 attack. Would the problem be dragon monsters? Like, would Yu-Gi-Oh! Players just say dragon monsters are overpowered because they all have 10,000 attack? No, the issue wouldn't be dragon monsters. The issue would be that they're just putting 10,000 attack on every card, right? Like, people don't understand the difference between a broken mechanic and a broken card. So their monkey brains go, oh, every card that has this mechanic is broken, therefore the mechanic is the problem. No, the mechanic is very rarely the problem in any game. It is always a card or a specific interaction between cards that is the problem. Yeah, I mean, like, Dragon Rulers or whatever were definitely, like, overpowered. But again, no one would say, like, oh yeah, the problem is dragon monsters. Like, we just need to stop printing monsters that have the type dragon on them, right? That would just be such an absurd line of thinking, and people know that, and yet they apply that same line of thinking to everything else. I mean, there's a lot of ways. Like, we can all agree that there are some Link monsters that are unplayable, right? That would just never be good, like, no matter what, in a vacuum. Like, just the effects aren't good, the benefit is not worth the payoff, right? So, if that's true, then we can agree that Links aren't inherently a problem. Now, people say, like, oh, Link 1s are a problem. I can get on board with that, right? I think if you're printing a Link 1, it has to be a Link 1 monster that does almost nothing, or it's just going to be overpowered. But yeah, it's like people say, oh, Link monsters are a problem. They look at the one that, like, negates all the monster effects. I forget what it's called. Shit, what is it? What's the Link 4? What's the Link 4 that was the broken one that I think has gotten banned? Oh yeah, Appaloosa. Like, people say, like, oh, look at Appaloosa. That just shows, like, how broken Link monsters are. And it's like, no, this card is basically Shockmaster, right? Like, this card fundamentally is not that different from Shockmaster. This card requires, generally 3 or 4 monsters to bring out. Shockmaster requires 3 monsters to bring out. And both of them basically just say your opponent doesn't get to play the game. So, like again, Appaloosa and Shockmaster are basically the same card. So the problem is not the mechanic, right? Like, if you basically have the same card on 2 different mechanics and it ends up being broken in either case, well, then again, it shows the issue isn't the mechanic. Like, yes, this card is broken, but it is not the mechanic that is broken. I mean, as far as, like, Fossil Dyna and Barrier statues, like, obviously they're too good the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Is now, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Should have never gotten to a point where those cards were too good. Even, like, Royal Oppression, right? If Royal Oppression is too good, to me that indicates that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a problem. Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Should not be, I normal summon once and special summon 50 times. That should, in my opinion, you could say, to me it's like, I want special summons to be special again. So yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys know what perspective I'm going to come from. I play GOAT format. If I wanted to special summon 1,000 times, I wouldn't be playing GOAT format. But again, I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! Better when special summons were special. And in Edison format, I actually do think Royal Oppression is, like, arguably one of, like, the top 10 cards in the format. And I'm amazed when I see, like, these various Blackwing lists that play 0 Royal Oppression. I go, like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, do players not understand that, like, you can just activate a Vayu in your grave even when you have a Royal Oppression face up? I mean, I assume 99% of them do. But maybe some don't. Like maybe some don't understand how that interaction works. And yeah, I mean we had like a stun deck with, I think it had Fossil Dyna that won a YCS in not Edison format, but like Phantom Darkness format. And I think that's pretty cool. Royal Oppression is very rarely a double-edged sword. I hate to say it. Like most floodgates, like why is it that like almost every floodgate is like banned or limited now? Well, it's because like they're very rarely ever a double-edged sword. I mean, they definitely can be in theory, but like they're usually not. So like as far as figuring out whether a floodgate is too good or not, just assume that the card only affects one player. Right? Like, you know, again, like something like Rivalry of the Warlords, right? You look at this and you're like, is this card too good? Well, if it only affects one player, it might be, right? I'm not saying that like this should be banned or it should be at 3, whatever. I'm not providing my opinion on this card. I'm just saying that when you are taking into consideration whether a floodgate is too good, you have to assume that it only affects one player. Because that's inevitably the only time it's going to be played, right? People don't play fair games of Yu-Gi-Oh! People don't go, hey, I'm going to play a card that affects you just as badly as it affects me. No one's going to do that. So anyways, let's keep playing. This hand's pretty decent. I mean, it's got Pot of Greed, so I can't complain. In spite of having Pot of Greed, this hand is actually not that amazing. Yeah, it just goes to show Trinity isn't everything. I don't know. We'll see what our opponent does. Could win, could lose. Kind of depends on what he does. Duo was not the card I was hoping to see. I don't know. I think it would be cool if Deck Devi was at 2 and GOAT. Because the problem is with 1, you can't really, like, actually play it. I mean, you can, but, like, it would be cool if I could just throw, like, a Fuse on Buyer the Darks in my deck and play, like, multiple Deck Devis and then kind of have, like, this Zombuyer that's good against aggro and then Deck Devi that's good against control. I think that would be, like, a cool thing. But, like, the problem is if you play, like, 3 Zombiras and 1 Deck Devi, it's like, okay, what are the odds that, like, you're actually going to see those cards together? Yeah, the annoying card was Duo. To be honest, I don't really care about the Pot Graceful, but the Duo did kind of hurt me. Oh, this hand is such ass. And now it's like, I have to worry that he's just gonna flip Faith, duo me again. I don't know. Deck Devi's not even good in Edison. I know that's like a hot take, but like it's not even good in Edison. I would not play Deck Devi main deck in any deck at all. I would consider, I mean, I would definitely side it in some decks, but it's not even good against the decks that people think it's good against. Like, people think that Deck Devi is good against the Substitute decks, and it's, like, barely even playable against them. If you're losing to Deck Devi, like, you have to be going out of your way to just be playing 1,000 monsters that are specifically bad against Deck Devi. That's, like, the only way you're ever losing to that card. Deck Devi, it's awful against Blackwings. It's awful against Frogs. It's, like, awful against Gladbeasts. It's awful against Dragons. It's awful against Lightsworn. Like, again, I've played a deck that is a lot of things that Deck Devi should hit, and, like, I've just never lost to it. Like, you could see me on stream getting Deck Devi'd and just being like, yeah, I don't care. I've already played out all my relevant cards. Because the problem with Deck Devi is that unless you go, like, Dark Grepher, discard a Vayu, special summon an Armed Wing, activate Deck Devi on turn 1 going first, it is not good. If you activate a Deck Devi on turn 2, it is already too late. And the only reason Vayu Turbo does well is because, like, a lot of good players play it. Vayu Turbo is not a good deck. I mean, again, like, Vayu Turbo, don't get me wrong. It's like, it's tier 2, but it is... You basically cannot ever win versus a decent Frog player with Vayu Turbo. Unless you have Royal Oppression. Again, the only card that Vayu Turbo has that's relevant in the Frog matchup is Royal Oppression, and instead they're playing a bad card. I mean, again, no one can ever tell me why I'm wrong. Like, they always throw out these statements and, like, it's, like, taken as the gospel. Like, oh, Deck Devi is broken, and no one can explain to me why. Like, every top-tier deck in the format has, like, 0 things that Deck Devi can hit, and then they go, oh, it's broken. Okay, why? What are you trying to hit with it? Like, what are these amazing cards that you're trying to hit with Deck Devi? No one can ever explain it to me. I mean, I guess if your opponent has, like, 2 dupe frogs in play, you can Deck Devi and kill both of them, but then they just both trigger and get back 2 frogs from your grave. Like, reading your opponent's hand is not broken. It really is not. I know that, again, that's a take that, like, a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players don't like. But, you know, but sorry, it's not broken. If I'm just going to beat you with all the cards in my hand, looking at my hand isn't going to stop me. You know, this isn't, you know, a Schrodinger's cat scenario where observing my hand changes what it is. Either my hand is good or it's not good. And if Deck Devi, like, hits 1 card in my hand that I don't need, like, okay, good for you, I guess. I mean, reading your opponent's hand is obviously better than not reading their hand, but reading your hand doesn't magically give the ability to win you the game. And the reason why Dust Shoot is good is because you take the best monster out of their hand and then get to play around the others. Deck Devi doesn't let you select, like, what monster you're getting rid of. You know what I'm saying? Like... Like, keep in mind, Mind Haxers is legal in, like, I don't know, basically every single Yu-Gi-Oh! Format, and no one plays it. I mean, there's 1,000 cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! That let you look at your opponent's hand, and most of them are not good. Again, information doesn't give you the magical ability to win the game. Right? Like, do you think if my opponent were to see my hand right now, that would help him win the game? No, I'm just gonna kill him. Right, but when I say why is deck devies good, the only thing they're citing is being able to look at their hand. Right? So obviously, if deck devi only looks at your opponent's hand and does nothing else, not only is it a -1, but it's actually a -2. And the reason why quick draw is irrelevant, I mean, not really irrelevant, but like the reason why is because people have found better engines, right? Like, again, that's not a reason. Like, you can't pick a deck that isn't topping and say that makes it good. If anything, it's the opposite. If the only deck that it's good against isn't played, then that's a reason that the card is bad, not the card is good. Cards aren't good because they're good against decks that are bad. Cards are good because they're good against decks that are good. It would be like me saying, what do you mean, why minus? I swear, are you guys trolling me? Do you not understand how deck devi takes 2 cards? The monster plus the card itself? I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting annoyed, for no reason, but like people are like making the actual like worst points. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the problem is all of my defusions are gone. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got a blowback left, and that's it. But yeah, saying deck devi's good because it's good against quick draw would be like me saying that in GOAT format, Dust Shoot's good because it's good against Exodia. Like, I mean, like, it's technically true, but like, it doesn't make a card good. Like, you can't pick a tier 3 deck and say, oh, this card is good against X tier 3 deck, therefore the card is good. Well, with like Frog OTK, I mean, I haven't played much Frog OTK. I normally play the other builds. Maybe it's good against Frog OTK. I don't know. But the reason why it's not good against Substitute in general is that the opponent is going to summon Substitute and thin their entire deck out of the exact cards that Deck Devi hits before you're able to activate Deck Devi. Right? Like that's, I mean, maybe, again, maybe Frog OTK is like some exception and it plays differently. I don't know. But like, just sort of like, if you look at like Hero Frogs or Plant Frogs, Deck Devi is not good against that deck. Because they just play out all of their cards before you have the chance to activate Deck Devi. Again, unless you go first, summon Greffer, you know, put an Armdwing into play, and set Devi turn 1. I mean, I think like OTK Frogs, like I think they can be good in the short term, but in the long term, people can just side Battle Faders, right? Like, does OTK Frogs have some sort of out to Battle Fader that I don't know about? Because like in my build of Frogs, I main one Fader and then I side like 1 or 2 more. And I don't see like how the OTK build, like what's their plan to beat that? I mean, I guess if you just make a big enough board, you can just go, hey, I've made a big board, and hopefully you can't do anything. Like, the nice thing about, like, Dragon Turbo as an OTK deck is that you have the Koki Meru Dragon to stop Gorz Dragon Fader. Alright, so this deck seems like it's GOAT control. Well, for the Armory Arm OTK, your opponent has to have a monster in play. Right? If my board is empty, you can't kill that way. And they have to have a monster with, like, a very specific amount of attack points. So to me, it just seems like how you get... Like, you can only Armory Arm OTK if your opponent lets you. Which sometimes they just might not have a choice. I mean, I'm willing to admit that there probably just will be some times where it's like, oh, I can't play around the Armory Arm OTK. I mean, in my opinion, like, the plant build of Frogs is, like, still the best. I have over, like, a 90% win rate in Edison with that deck, and no one can ever come up with a deck that seems to be able to beat it. The only thing that it loses to is Royal Oppression, and for some reason, the entire format has decided that Royal Oppression's not a good card. Well, depending on how much attack the monster has... Depending on how much attack the monster has... Like, if I have a 3,000 attack monster in play, Armory Arm Colossal will not work unless you have, like, a lot more life points than I do. So it's not just having, like, a 2k monster in play. Or not if you have a lot more life points than I do, but my point is it matters what the relative life points are. Because if I have a 3k monster, and you hit with Colossal, you would take 12 and I would take 28. So, I mean, if you just push for a lot of damage in the early game, you know, that doesn't necessarily work. Yeah, I think, again, I think the Plant Frog deck is certainly the best deck right now, and no one plays it for some reason. And I'm probably just going to lose just because he has Duo turn 1. It's very rough. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there are ways to play around the OTK. I mean, I guess you could see that for, like, every deck. But again, it's like you watch me play on stream with like Plant Frog. I almost never lose, and I'm like, why don't people just play that? Because it has options in every scenario. It can OTK, it can stop OTKs, it can get ridiculous amounts of card advantage, it can out pretty much whatever board your opponent makes, not over just one turn, but over an extended period of time. And then people don't play it for some reason. Yeah, it's like he has Heavy Storm after I just decided to set all my cards to play around Duo. This is very frustrating. Alright, I'm just gonna lose now. He had a very good opening hand. He had Duo, turn 1, into Graceful Heavy. Yeah, I mean, he just had full Trinity, like, 2 out of 3 games. It's very frustrating. I don't know. Maybe I should just change the stream and just do an Edison challenge. Because I feel like so many Edison players like don't understand which cards are good and which are bad. I mean, I already got top 8 with the builds of Plant Frog. I believe I got like top 4. Again, it's not even a new build. Like, I've topped multiple tournaments with Plant Frog, and people just don't play it. Like, and kind of like, even though I don't play Dragon Turbo much, I kind of have the same opinion about Dragon Turbo. I think Dragon Turbo is like easily one of the best 5 decks in the format. And for a while, it actually was popular. For a while, it was popular, and then people just decided to stop playing it for no apparent reason. Man, this guy's deck is, like, so bad. He's playing, like, Abyss Soldier in his Chaos Control deck. That is what it is. Dragon Turbo is not at all a bricky deck. Do I have 11 wins? I don't know. I have to see. I'm probably just dead here. Yeah, we're just dead. Hold on. Now I gotta check. I mean, I definitely just lost one. Oh, I think you're right. I think I do. Yeah, you're right. I do have 11 wins. My bad. But yeah, I mean, like, pretty much all of my losses have been due to, like, really bad variants. Like, this guy opened full Trinity games 1 and 3. And again, the issue isn't really the pot and the graceful. The main issue is the duo. Because both times he duoed me, I had, like, card destruction in hand. So, like, when you duo someone, they have card destruction, now it means they can draw, like, 2 fewer cards off their card destruction, which is pretty huge. Yeah, I mean, having Future Fusion as a near auto-win card is definitely pretty nice. But it's not like it needs Future Fusion to win. Like, I sometimes I just feel like I'm a broken record here, but people just think that, like, any deck that's a combo deck must inherently just be bricky and high variance, and it's like, a lot of times it's the opposite. I'm not saying it's always the opposite, but oftentimes combo decks are more consistent than non-combo decks. And just because a card is like always... Just because a card always has some utility doesn't mean it's good. Like, I would say overall, like, the most overrated card in Edison format, in my opinion, is Raikou. Like, if I had to name a single card to be the most overrated card in Edison format, I would say it's Raikou. And people like it because they're like, oh, it has so much utility. I can search it with Hamster. I can search it with Charge. I can kill a card. I can mill 3, blah, blah, blah. But against... Steven, my opponent opened full Trinity going first multiple games. I mean, again, I'm not saying that no deck can ever beat full Trinity, but it's definitely not easy, right? Like, and like yesterday, my losses were to other Reasoning Gate decks, right? It's not like I'm getting matched against Chaos Turbo and my opponent like outplays me, right? Yesterday, all my losses were to mirrors, and today my only loss was to someone who opened full Trinity multiple games. So that's what I mean when I say I'm on, like, you know, bad variance. Like, yesterday I lost because I went up against a Reasoning Gate player who just put Horus level 8 into play on turn 1. It's like, what am I supposed to do about that? But yeah, I'm surprised my opponent drew 6 and passed. To me, that indicates he might be on some sort of combo deck himself. Because usually combo decks are the only decks in the format that go draw 6 pass. Alright, he called level 2. I think he's going to be somewhat disappointed. Oh, man, I really didn't want to just, like, flop a blowback after milling 0 cards. That's, like, really not a great reasoning. I mean, Lightsworn, like, don't get... Like, again, there are decks in Edison that can play Raikou. I'm not saying that no deck should ever play Raikou. But, again, I think it's, like... It's nowhere near as good as people think it is. Like, people cite that as one of the reasons that, like, Veu Turbo is good, whereas me, I cite that as one of the reasons that Veu Turbo is bad. Like, a lot of the choices in Veu Turbo are just way too slow today, which is ironic because people call the deck Turbo, and it's not really a Turbo deck. Yeah, I mean, maybe this Nitro build is good. I haven't looked at it lately. I mean, I would be willing to buy that it might be good. But yeah, my main issue with Vega Turbo has always been that it's actually just not a turbo deck. Yeah, I mean, Glads are a good meta call. Yeah, I know it. Again, it really triggers me when people do that. When they just go, like, put a card in play, and then say, hey, I'm activating the card's effect. Like, yeah, I know you're activating the card's effect. Alright, so I think we're just up against the machine builds. I mean, it could just be a normal build with Fuseler, but it's probably the machine builds. But that's part of the reason I wanted to attack for, like, 5k. Oh, that DMOC is so good. What does he get back? Like another Monster Gate, I guess? I mean, Monster Gate is the only thing in his graveyard that does anything. Or you could get back Scapegoat as defense. It's not entirely unreasonable to do that. I don't know. If I were him, I might actually just get back the Scapegoat. I think Wabaku would be a good side deck card in Glads. I don't think I would main it, but I think Wabaku is a pretty good side deck card for Glads. Or maybe not. Maybe there's something else that's better. But it definitely seems like it could get value in the side deck. If he has limiter, I'm just dead here, right? Yeah, limiter. Yeah, I'm only at 72. So if he has limiter, I'm just dead. 46. Yeah, I'm still dead. Yeah, great card. Yeah, let me just make sure I did the math right. Yeah, I'm dead. It is what it is. Again, like, all of my losses have just been to either this or my opponent opening full Trinity. And it's really weird, because I've played against Reasoning Gate more than any other deck so far. But who knows? Maybe Reasoning Gate is bad because it loses to other Reasoning Gate decks. Maybe that's the truth here. Maybe that's what I'm missing. One, two, three, four, five. Oh, I also want to kind of take out like True Nade and Heavy. Oh no, we want Token Thanksgiving. We want Token Thanksgiving for sure. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, it's very hard to like outplay people in mirrors. It's just like who has the OTK first. I mean, I hit for 5,000 to put him out of Stein range, and he just still killed me anyways. I could get punished for this. He could have Vortex. Reckless isn't semi-limited, it's just limited. There's a lot of good hits here. To be honest, I don't want to get the Stein. Okay, I'm glad I didn't get my Stein, because this would not be like a great spot to Stein. I mean, I have like one brick in my hand, so I think I will Graceful. I mean, not a brick, but like a card that I don't really want. Interesting. This is like another spot where I just don't want Stein. I've actually been kind of disappointed with my side deck Stein. It seems like it's never done anything. Oh, and he just called the reason correctly. He called 8. Just for those keeping score at home. Yeah, I'm probably gonna lose now, just because, like, my second reasoning didn't get me anything. What do I even want to call? I guess probably 8. Let me think. Like, if he Steins, what's the worst thing that can happen? He could get a Stein in defense, get a Gatling, and then blow some stuff up, but I think that's probably fine. I don't know why he would even reasoning now. Like, why not just save it for the next turn? I don't, like... Again, I'm probably just still gonna lose because my hand is shit, but, like, why would you reasoning here? Like... Why would you gate here? Like, he can't attack this turn, and he's like, hey, let me just put, like, 10 things in play and not attack with them. It's... To me, it's very bizarre. Okay, I mean, he can get back Monster Gate. I don't know what he's planning on doing with it. Yeah, I mean, you can get blowback. I mean, that is a thing you're allowed to do. Yeah, it's like people just have no idea how to play this deck, and I'm just probably still gonna lose. Just because I can't do anything. Well, he got tails, so... Alright, this is good. I probably should have turned my blowback to defense before I did this, just in case he has Mirror Force set. But, like, these decks usually don't play Mirror Force, so hopefully I don't get punished. So yeah, we'll see how this goes, I guess. Yeah, DMOC is not banished here. Which is why, like, I went Thousand Eyes take the DMOC rather than Thousand Eyes take the Fusler. Because if we go Thousand Eyes take the Fusler and Ram, then the DMOC is banished. But yeah, this is kind of an interesting spot here, because we can't actually hit for damage, but we do just get to use a blowback effect every turn, which, I don't know, counts for something, I suppose. I'm just gonna suck up the goat token just in case he like top decks a meta. I mean, you could argue that like maybe we shouldn't suck up a goat token there because now if he plays another monster, we can't suck that up. But yeah, I just want to make sure that if he top decks a meta, he can't meta the goat. 2 of his goats are gone, interestingly. This card was not chained to our blowback. I don't know what that means. Like, I don't know what it could be because everything is chainable. I guess it could be, like, call for some reason. Okay, he set big bang shot. I don't really know why. I don't know why he's playing all these equips. I mean, it worked last game, ironically enough. Eventually we got to draw. Yeah, there we go. There we go, boys. It's over now. It's over now. Sorry, not sorry. We drew the spell canceller. Eat a dick. Take the whole dick. Alright, alright. Game 3. Game 3 could go either way. I mean, we do have Threatening Roar, which I definitely think benefits us in this matchup a lot, especially when my opponent just doesn't understand what to do after I activate a Threatening Roar. Yeah, I don't think we really changed much here. Are you sure D-Bot gets banished? Why would it get banished? That would be like arguing that Jinzo still negates traps while it's attached to Thousand Eyes. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Alright, he called 4, which I think is like probably the worst level you could call here. Yeah, I'll just get back Monster Gate. I don't think I'm gonna kill him, but if he doesn't have Goat Set, like, he's gonna take a shitload of damage. Oh, and now even if he does have Goat Set, he's gonna take a shitload of... I mean, you know, he's gonna take at least some damage at any rate. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's always best to call 8. It's always best to call 8, but it's usually better to call 8 than to call 4 at any rate. Yeah, this Stein is so awkward. Because if I pay 5,000, I go to 3,000. Uh... Yeah, it's really weird. I don't know what to get. I might just get Ojama King, just so that he can't activate Scapegoat. Yeah, I'm gonna get Ojama King just to stop him from using Scapegoat. And yeah, we're getting back Monster Gate. And I did not normal summon. All right, well he's at 100. I'm at 1,000. After the match, you should go back and look and check if he had Goat set, because I'm pretty sure this is Goat set. So yeah, I'm just gonna chain Roar in case he gets Jinzo, and then I called level 8 on Reasoning. Oh, and he did get Jinzo. See, guys, look how good I am. Yeah, I mean, I do know how to play I do know, like, the correct plays in this mirror. The problem is, it seems like all my opponents just get lucky. I mean, I know that's, like, kind of you know, sort of a bitch thing to say. Like, oh, all my opponents just get lucky. But that has been the trend so far in these mirrors. Okay, yeah, he ended. Yeah, I mean, why would the last section... I'll look up the DMOC thing after this game is over. I'll look up the DMOC thing after this. This game is going to be over very soon. Either I'm going to win in like 2 minutes or he's going to win in 2 minutes. I mean, he can't activate any traps, so yeah, I think the game's just over now. He could have put Jinzo in defense, but even if he puts Jinzo in defense, Air Knight swings over the Jinzo and still kills him. Okay. Oh, is he gonna put it on my DMOC? I guess that's kind of good. That's kind of a clever play. No, I mean, it might not be over. It might... Okay, well, I think now it is over, because I top-decked meta. I mean, I'm probably gonna meta the DMOC. I'm just making sure there's not, like, some amazing play that I'm missing. We could. I could, for the memes, I could meta the Air Knight into a Reaper on the Nightmare and swing for game. Which, I mean, it would be kind of funny. But theoretically, he could have Book. Whereas if I meta into Gatling, it doesn't matter if he has Book, I still win. So yeah, I think meta into Gatling's better. Or actually, no, I think I'll, yeah, we'll just do it this way. I mean, he can still Book the Gatling. Because I realized if I use Gatling's effect to kill Jinzo, then Jinzo isn't negating his traps. So yeah, I think this is... Oh no, I'm just a moron. Oh, I punted. Yeah, I punted this game. That one was my fault. That one was my fault. I should have meted into Reaper and swung for game. I just forgot to play around Limiter. That one's entirely me. That one's entirely me. Yeah, that was the first one where I really punted. If we just meta the Air Knight into a Reaper and swing for game, there's nothing he can do. Well, I mean, I don't think they have is equipped to relinquished. That's really weird. I mean, I don't know if this is true in GOAT format. Then Dark Magician of Chaos is removed from play. This ruling is even weirder. That you cannot select... Oh, no, because it can't go to the grave. I see. But to me, it's like... That contradicts... Like, when a face-down Democ is destroyed, it's not removed from play. But when an equipped Democ is destroyed, it is removed from play. To me, that seems like a contradiction. So the effect is not applied while it's face down, but it is applied when it's not a monster, and it's... I don't know. To me, that... I mean, I don't know... Like, what is it in Yu-Gi-Oh! Today? Because to me, it's like, it should be either one or both. That's what I would think. Yeah, but the effect isn't like... What about skill drain? How does like skill drain works? It says skill drain does not negate the third effect. Although that's like when it's... I don't know, skill drain... I could kind of see it working either way. But yeah, last game we had no business losing. That one was entirely a punt. What I should have just done, and here's what I forgot to do. In situations like that, what you have to stop and do is go, what is the worst thing that could happen here? Is there anything that could happen that would cause this play to not work? And if I had done that, I think I would have said, oh, what about limiter removal? And then I would have gone into Reaper. Alright, if this is Ritual Chaos, this should be a good matchup for us at any rate. Oh, it's like a ritual blue eyes thing. All right, that's fine too. Yeah, I mean, obviously, like the deck doesn't, 99% of the decks don't play Book of Moon, but 100% of the decks do play limited removal. Blah blah blah. You can, okay, sure, whatever. So it can't attack for the rest of this turn. Okay. Um. I don't know. Maybe we'll just win here. Oh, he called 2. A lot of my opponents have been calling 2. I don't know. People are asking me in chat, like, is the machine build of Reasoning 8 better? I mean, if everyone's calling 2, it's not better. So let me think. Let me think. Uh... this is okay, I guess. I mean, I was kind of hoping my turn would be a little better than this. Yeah, the brain was going to be good either way. I don't think this is Dragon Gate. I think this is just a ritual deck. Oh, he got rid of his BLS. That seems like not the best play. And he summoned a Blue Eyes from his hand. I mean, now we're just up like 20 cards, so... And the Gatling can attack. The Blue Eyes could not attack, but the Gatling can attack. I don't know, I might... Yeah, I might lose, if I'm being totally honest. I'm just gonna go Goat's Torrential just to get rid of the Gatling. I should have just Torrentialed last turn. But he started flipping coins, like he didn't even allow me to respond. Oh my god, I'm drawing actual ass. I think I could lose this game. I have, like, just repeatedly drawn the worst possible card from my deck every single turn. I mean, I would say, like, I'm probably favored to win, but not by a lot. I think I've got, like, a 60% chance of winning this game, if I had to ballpark it. I have 7 cards left in my deck. Yeah, I'll activate Pot of Greed. Now I have to think. Now I have to think. I have one Chaos Monster left in my deck, and one Dimension Fusion. Okay, I think I'm fine now. I think I'm fine because I just went pot into Graceful. I just like drew all my reasoning targets, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean he's at 18, we're at 32. I don't think there's a lot he can do to beat us. Like the pot into Graceful was kind of nice. I mean we only have 2 cards left, but I definitely think I can beat him. Yeah, because now I just go drop Sork, play Defusion, kill you. Um. Yeah, I don't even think I want to draw a card. I'll banish BLS. And DMOC, I guess. I'm trying to think, do I want to have blowback or DMOC? It might actually be possible. Because the problem with DMOC is I can't even figure out a good thing to get back. Actually, hold on. Yeah, I guess I'll just banish this. I mean, I guess I can just add blowback to my hand and summon it, but that doesn't really do a whole lot. I'll just get another Sork. Kaiba, man, I don't think that's good enough, sorry. Okay. So you notice I set this up so I left myself with 1 card in my deck just in case he played goats here. Okay, that's a misplay. If he took the Sork and rammed into the other Sork, I think he would win. Okay. And keep in mind that DMOC's gonna go to my hand. And now he just loses. Sorry, buddy, no draw. Sorry, no draw. He's saying this doesn't work. He thinks that, like, ring resolves before call does, and that's just not how this works at all. Okay, he conceded. It's... Yeah, now he's, like, bitching in the chat. Like, it's so weird because, like, GOAT format players, I understand, like, GOAT format has different rules than, like, normal Yu-Gi-Oh! But I feel like 99% of the time when someone that is GOAT format doesn't understand the rules, it's not even something that's GOAT format related. It's like they just don't know how a chain works. And it is a little weird. Maybe I should bring in smashing, right? Like literally just smashing around to kill blue eyes. Is that a thing I should do? He's also playing GOAT's meta, right? Maybe I should bring in token Thanksgiving. Bring in like a token Thanksgiving and a smashing. I don't know. Maybe I'll just side nothing. I don't know. We'll see what his deck is in game 2. Maybe he changes something. Yeah, I don't know anything about Discord. I don't really use Discord much these days. But it is weird. It's like, I mean, if people want to be toxic, they can go talk. They can be toxic. I don't like. I'm just so desensitized to that at this point. But like, come on, you should at least know the basics, like just the basic rules. So Kaiba Man's a warrior? Did I read that correctly? Oh, Kaiba Man is a warrior. I didn't even know that. Yeah, our hand's pretty good. I give my hand like a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I mean, I guess like maybe it's like some GOAT format players. It's like, oh, I haven't played Yu-Gi-Oh in 10 years, and now I'm coming back, and like I've forgotten some of the rules. I mean, that's true. I can't even really get that mad about it. But I feel like in Edison, here's the difference though. In Edison, if me and my opponent disagree on the rule, we just look it up and the game moves on. From my experience, maybe I've just been getting like good luck in Edison and bad luck in GOAT format. I don't know, but I'm telling you, like from experience, the Edison format players are a lot more, what's the word I'm searching for? Tactful, maybe? A bit more tactful. I don't know. I mean, every gaming community has one or two douchebags. But I'm telling you again from experience. From experience, it's totally different. I'm actually in one of these spots where like I have 6 good cards and I can't decide what to discard. I had the Crane already, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna discard the Crane to the Graceful. But then now I can't figure out what else to discard. I guess I'll just discard MST. Yeah, I'll just discard MST. All right, that's fine. He can bring out 1,000 eyes if he wants. Okay, take it. Uh, hmm. I think I'll call Sacred Crane. I'm doing it this way. I want to Monster Gate a token, but I want to use the call first in case I like Monster Gate into a Jinzo or something. That's kind of the idea. Uh, Maybe, you know what? Actually, I think I'll just Monster Gate the Crane. Just because I want a light in my grave. Oh, that's awful. Why did I get Air Knight and just didn't mill any cards? Uh... Let's see. Can take the thing, attack, blah, blah, blah. Alright, I'm gonna do this. It's not the best play, but... I'm just trying to draw some cards. Obviously here he's gonna take the Air Knight and attack over the Crane, but it's fine. I'm just trying to draw more cards. The True Nate is like a pseudo pot agreed there. Because I bounce back both the call and the pre, and each one of them is gonna draw me a card. Oh, that's true. He could just not attack. Yeah, that's probably actually a better play. I didn't even think of that. He could just not attack the Crane. Yeah, that kind of makes sense too. I mean, I used to play enemy controller as a one of. I mean, it definitely gets better the more people are playing Scapegoat. Oh yeah, and he has to discard. I forgot that. And he still has, keep in mind, he still has Kaiba Man in his hand. So he has 7 cards and we know one of them. And maybe another one's Blue Eyes, you know? I think 2 Sakuretsu is enough for most decks. I mean, if the meta changes and there's a lot more aggro, then okay, great, you can play the 3 Saku. Or, I mean, if you think 3 Saku is better, you can play 3 Saku. You know, don't let anyone tell you you're not allowed to. Oh, this is pretty good, actually. So I drew Demok for the start of my turn, and I have 7 in hand. So I'm just going to go end phase discard. End phase discard Demok. Yeah. But yeah, Sakuretsu's a good card in Go format. I think I listed Saku in my 69 most underrated cards of GOAT format video. And I guess too, you know, that would technically include Widespread. If I'm saying Saku's underrated, then I guess by extension Widespread is too. I mean, I have had people, it's definitely happened. It's happened to everyone, I think. I've definitely had people that have killed my King Dragoon with a Widespread Ruin. It's definitely happened. Did I really make a video comparing Saku and Widespread? I think maybe I mentioned that in a video. I don't know if it was entirely about that. So this is interesting. We can like Churnade, get back our Air Knight. And then let's see, the call is on Democ. So if I Churnade this, the Democ gets banished. And then we can bring it back with Dimension Fusion. Yeah, I think I'll just go Churnade. And then I think we can Defusion. Get back meta. Meta this. Get back, get Gatling. I kind of want more than one heads, if I'm being honest. Okay, I got 2 heads. And I think I'm just gonna kill my own goat. And then now I think we could get Monster Gate. Let me think. We can Monster Gate the token. Uh hmm. Or we can, it's either Monster Gate or Graceful. That's kind of what I'm thinking about here, just for those who are curious. I think Monster Gate is slightly better, but it's very close. And I still have not normal summoned this turn, just for those keeping score at home. Alright, we want to mill some Chaos Monsters. Okay, blowback's good. Okay, let me do some math. Let's see. 16, let's see. Okay, yeah, he's dead either way. So yeah, we'll just go Monster Reincarnation, discard Air Knight, drop BLS, attack for game. It's fine. It didn't matter. I mean, the main one was that we flipped 2 heads on Gatling, which allowed us to kill our own goat and make more monsters. And this is like 10k or something. This is an assload of damage. Yeah. Alright, so we got that one. Oh, did my wife get home already? Thought I heard something. But yeah, this was what I had in hand in case you guys are curious. So it's like I had BLS, so I'm thinking like, oh, I can either graceful, draw 3, and then like maybe discard a light and a dark. Because I already had the Air Knight in hand, but I did not have like a Chaos Sork in hand. So I'm like, well, I can either graceful, draw 3, hope that the graceful like draws me into a dark, and then discard light dark, like attack for game, or the graceful itself might draw me into a monster gate. What I needed off the monster gate, right, was the key thing was that I milled 2 Sork. Right? If I had only milled 1 Sork, I wouldn't have had game. But of course, like, there's multiple ways that I can win here, because if the blowback like flips heads, then I don't need BLS. So yeah, I mean, it would be an interesting exercise to try to like calculate the odds of us having game on graceful versus gate. I don't know what the odds were, right? I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. But with this, we had multiple ways to win. Because I think, what was our other gate target? Yeah, we had 1 Crane left in the deck, right? Oh no, a Crane and a Jinzo. So I had a 1 out of 3 chance to get a blowback. The card I didn't want was Jinzo, right? Because Jinzo is, our opponent doesn't have any back row, we don't need Jinzo. I wanted either a Crane to draw me into more gas, or a blowback to hit his goat token. And then I had 3 Sork in deck, and I wanted to mill at least 2 of them. And, the odds of milling multiple Sorks, I don't know, probably around like 50%. Odds of getting blowback is 1 out of 3. Odds of getting Crane is 1 out of 3. Then there's some more odds of drawing into something. Like I had 2 more gates, so I could have gone gate into Crane, draw another gate, and then continue to combo. I also could have hit Crane, drawn into meta, and then, meta'd my Gatling for another Gatling. So, yeah, I mean, it would be an interesting exercise to sort of, go through all of the odds. I don't know what they are. With Graceful, again, all we really needed off the Graceful was any Dark Monster or one of our 2 monster gates or meta. I don't know. Graceful might actually have been better odds. Again, I think it's close, but I think Graceful probably offered us better odds to kill that turn. I've been getting disconnected like all day. This hand's pretty good. Yeah, I can't complain about this hand. Opponent's hand could be better. We'll have to see. I don't want to get duoed here, that's for sure. Okay. Alright, well, my opponent's going to goat lock himself on turn 1. I am fine with that. This may not be the most experienced goat format player. I would generally not advise doing this. What do we do now? What do we do now? I'll probably just say draw go for a while. I mean, maybe this is all part of his master plan. Who knows? Maybe he has, like, United We Stand. I don't know. Huh, he thought in my end phase. I wonder what he was thinking about. Maybe he has, like, set jar greed or something. Maybe this is, like, Magician of Faith? I don't know, man. I don't know what the hell he has. Oh, he's thinking of using end phase Raigeki Break. Yeah, I'm just gonna chain this. I mean, now I'm a little goat locked too, but you know what? I'm fine with it. I can get rid of my goats if I need to. I'm not sure if my opponent can say the same. Oh, shit. Oh. Alright, he's about that life. What, is he gonna flip 3 heads? Okay, 1 tails. 2 tails. Alright, my wife is home. So this is gonna be the last match. Alright, 3 tails. Oh, okay. Alright, we're rebuying here. And this Gatling will stay in play. Like, this Gatling was gonna die at the end of the turn, but the one that's summoned off meta will stay in play. I just don't want 3 heads. If he flips 2 heads, it's fine, but I don't want 3. Alright, well, he flipped 3. I mean, I guess we're dead to limiter. Oh, sure, he's gonna kill his own guy. I mean, this is still not game. This is only 3k. If he has, like, an econ, then I don't know. Then maybe I'm fucked. Now, if he has an econ, I take 6k. Luckily, I do have outstall this. It's just a question of how we're going to do it. Alright, well, I drew reasoning for my turn, so we're going to start off by using that. I'll just show you what I have. It's weird that he's playing Blast with Chain. That card is not something that I understand. Oh, he's calling 2. Everyone's calling 2 on my reasonings. Everyone's calling 2. So what do we do now? I mean, we've got Snatch and Brain. Is he ever just dead? Hold on, let me think. Brain's that 3 heads. Boom, boom. Man, I wish I had, like, some way to put a light in my grave. Yeah, I definitely don't think he's dead. I don't know, I'm just gonna target the Gatling. Alright, so the Gatling's dead. And then I think I'll just go, like, Brain on BLS, banish itself. Could have done the same thing with Gatling, I guess, but then the problem is if I flip if I flip 3 tails, then what do I do? I mean, I guess I could just be dead to like a Stein now, right? It is what it is. It is what it is. I mean, Stein isn't game straight up, I guess. Oh, he just scoops. All right, we'll take it. Yeah, I've been playing against like combo mirrors like all day. Does everyone on Goat Ladder just play combo decks now? Even yesterday it was like same thing. Like I think more than 50% of my matches have been versus combo decks. And this is kind of a combo deck that's built to beat control decks, and we just haven't played control decks like at all. So he's playing goats. He's playing goats, Summoner of Illusions. I mean, I guess Roar is probably good, right? Is Roar a thing we want to be doing? It's not clear to me if he plays Stein or not. I feel like there's a chance he could just have like one Stein thrown in there. I don't know. I don't know what this guy is doing. We do know he's playing goats. I don't know. I'll try this, I guess. I've got no clue what this guy is on. This hand is good. Kind of similar to the last hand, actually. Yeah, Summoner of Illusions is not, I mean, it's okay, but yeah, it's one of those things. It's kind of like on my like recent tier list video where I was like, Rescue Cat's not that good because they're like better combo options. That's kind of the same way that I feel about Summoner of Illusions, except I obviously think Summoner of Illusions is an even worse card than Rescue Cat. I mean, it is like a light, though. That was kind of cool. Like, last game, he used the fact that it was a light to summon BLS. Yeah, we'll give this a shot. We'll set one Sego. He might have, like, an end phase Raigeki break again. But he didn't play any monsters, so, like, there's not really any pressure being placed on us. Yeah, just gonna draw go for a few turns. Okay, I don't know what that's supposed to accomplish. I guess he's gonna tribute it for something? Tribute for Air Knight, maybe? Okay. I don't know what that's supposed to do. One would think he has a plan, though. Okay. I don't know, why did he meta? Like, what was that supposed to do? Like, why not just call Breaker in hand for Phoenix and save the meta? I mean, you could even meta the Phoenix if you want to. Yeah, it's not clear to me, like, why he felt the need to use the meta. I mean, he does have the cool interaction where he gets his call back, so like the Trune didn't really go -1. But again, he didn't have to meta to do that, right? Like if you went hand and Nefty, tribute the breaker, the call still would have been there. Alright, we're not taking any battle damage, so I'm happy. Well, we drew a good card, so I'm still happy. Yeah, if it's call, he doesn't really have anything to get back. Now what do I do? Now what do I do? I think the answer is activate Graceful Charity. Well, I don't think I'm going to need this MST. I don't think I'm going to need this Brain Control. I'll activate Reasoning, see how it goes. I think he will probably not call level 2 this time. Yeah, he called 8, which, yeah, that's probably what I would call here, too. Now what do we do? Yeah, we got a few different plays. We got a few options. It's at 8,000. 8,000. Let's see if we gate. We have 5 targets. Pretty much any of them are fine. I don't really want to get blowback. Obviously, blowback is not very good against a Sacred Phoenix. I mean, if we get Demok, we just win. Yeah, I guess I'll just gate a token. Oh, okay. Well, I think game's over now. I don't know for a fact that this Demok makes me win the game, but I just assume it always does. Demok is basically a 1-card win condition. Yeah, if we just get back a gate, he's just dead. Yeah, no need to overcomplicate this. If we just get back a gate, he's dead. Doesn't matter what the gate gets me. What about that? Is Air Knight too small? No, it's not too small. And then that's game. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna call it a day here. I'm a little disappointed with how I did, only because I punted a match. I punted a match that, yeah, it's not even an explanation needed. I punted a match. It was a very very bad punt. And I don't know what the hell this guy is playing. So yeah, it is weird. Like today I've just been playing against like all of these combo decks. I don't know. I mean, who knows? Maybe that's just what like Dueling Book GOAT players do now. Yeah, we'll see about tomorrow. Actually, tomorrow's Saturday. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. Yeah, I'm probably gonna be busy on the weekend. But I'll be back on Monday. Thanks for stopping by, guys.